Thank you. My sincere thanks, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us tonight, and I hope you've had a fabulous night that the mentees have put together. Tonight is not only about celebrating what the mentees and mentors have done for the last year, but also a reminder why organizations like ourselves exist. On the 15th of March this year, youth unemployment figures were released. There were 1.6 million unemployed young people between the age of 16 and 25 in the UK alone. Over 60% of these are ethnic minorities of African Caribbean origin. 97% of our young people are gang members in the UK. And out of these, who are dying out of what we call BOB is black-on-black violence. Almost a quarter of the gang members now are young black girls. 45% of the 1.6 million unemployed are black girls. The London borough of Lewisham currently reigns as the area with one of the highest teenage pregnancies in the whole of Europe. Why? Why is my question? Why do we find ourselves, why do we find ourselves and our young people in a first world country in this situation? As you know, I have a daughter, Kanisha. So from the age of 4, a little story. Back in Africa, Kanisha always wanted to be a vet. Through all her schooling and her education, as a parent, a single mom, I invested all my time and energy to try and fulfill her dream. Hence coming to the UK. 3 years ago, my daughter, then 13, came home with a change of heart. She said to me, "Mummy, I no longer want to be a vet. I want to be a dinner lady." Yes, a dinner lady. I heard the sighs. That was me exactly. Of course, like me, and you've just died. I thought she was joking. So did I. But weeks later, we held the same conversation and soon realized she was very serious. How did she arrive from aspiring to a vet and suddenly dropping to wanting to serve school meals? I soon learned, conversation after conversation, that her school had brought in speakers, what they call vocational teachers, who had told these kids in the school that they should not worry about passing their O-levels, as they had several options available for them in the UK. These options were what they call vocational jobs. A hairdresser, a plumber, and of course a dinner lady. Many conversations later, fights with the school, trying to understand how could they expose a 13-year-old group of kids to being dinner ladies, and given the option that they did not worry about passing O-levels, I soon realized upon speaking to my daughter and her friends that for them, being in these jobs were good options. They also knew more about social benefits and what they would receive when they fell pregnant at 16 than I did. They knew more about child tax credit than I did. To them, if you were black in the UK, your options on completing your education were to either become a footballer, become a wag, footballer's wife, go on to Big Brother, and of course, dinner lady. Basically, what it came down to, after several conversations with my daughter, our young people did not see positive black role models, especially in mainstream TV. That was the birth of IROC. We want our young people to be engaged with positive role models so we can nurture a new generation of leaders. We need to change the typical perception of what black young women and men are going to become in the UK and in Africa. We as parents need to stop. It's no longer about our achievements and what we want to gain in life. What good are our achievements when we are burying our children due to gang violence? What good are our achievements when our kids are pregnant by 16? What good are our achievements when our kids have education, have degrees, but are unemployed? And most, not only by the color of their skin, but because they just did not get the right training. We cannot sit back. The world has changed. Jobs are no longer guaranteed just by your education. And we must do anything and everything possible to encourage our young people